Tango is.
I have done my thing. I have cycled the recording.
Oh. So, something that's unfortunate with the way this chapter works, because we can't build the structures, we can't get the materials from these tiles you're claiming right now.
Oh.
Yeah, you
Very
have no
unfortunate.
home base to gather them to.
Exactly. You're out in the middle of nowhere. So you guys ready to deploy?
Sure.
Let's go.
Somewhere around here should be another party member, I swear.
And there's a battle.
Silken Cedars Forest. There's a name.
Ta-da!
Mountain Mischief.
A twisting path takes them up to the high hills and finally into the company of the local peaks.
Breathe that in.
Yes, the Yotes are close.
Hey.
Mountain air makes me remember things.
I wish it wouldn't.
Don't tell me I set you off.
Oh, but they're nice memories, you know? Everything we do nowadays is life and death. I used to come to the mountains just because I wanted to. Just exploring. Good to think about.
For 20 paces, the only sound is the scrape of their feet on rough granite.
Well, maybe you've got a good sense of direction. Look ahead.
The way forks. One path leads higher to the top of a precarious cliffside. The other path curves downward under the shadow of high rocks.
Oh, guess we'll have a decision.
Well, I think some wreckage down here might be choose the chasm path.
Wreckage or cottage, I guess.
Man, I like picking through wreckage because otherwise I can set it on fire. But cottages also are burnable. That's a hard choice.
You get to pick this one.
We'll just go ahead and
The
rock, paper,
flammability of the
scissors,
decision influences hyper.
1, 2, 3. Come on, you gotta go faster. 1, 2, 3. Yes, okay, then we're salvaging.
See, fine.
Alright. So you were like watching my hand. It's like rock, paper, scissors only works if you both go at the same time. Going after me is not gonna help.
No. Wonderful. Fab spotted some more garbage to take home and study. Oh, sorry. Salvage.
They descend a rocky incline. The wide trail looks like it would accommodate wheel traffic.
Beep beep. Don't pretend it doesn't interest you.
A steep switchback takes them lower to the floor of the chasm.
Weird. You were right. Makes me sad. Makes me wonder. What dreams died with this disaster?
Imagine the angle of the turn, coupled with the velocity they had built on that slope. Not a lot here, but it doesn't look picked through. There's plenty of rocks in among the splinters, which...
Above them, an ominous noise rings out. Click, click, clack, clatter. Rumble.
Come on.
Let's go.
Rumble. Crash.
Confab.
Ah!
You all right?
Fine. A little hurt, but keep moving.
The way back up has been blocked by the collapse, but they emerge into a broader canyon, out of danger for now.
Confab?
Funny decision, wasn't it? But here, at least there was this.
Confab tosses down the chest she managed to pull from the wrecked cart.
When did you have time for that?
It's a... oof. It's just an eye in a box. Lie to me, please.
Idiot.
Alright, okay.
Yeah.
Worth the pain, I guess.
No spell threads, though.
Confab starts at
Oh
half.
no! That's a lot of pain.
Yeah, that's like one solid hit on you and you die, and mission
Leaf
failed.
Spirit. Who wants the Leaf Spirit? I don't mind waiting for a Fire Spirit. If you want the Leaf Spirit, one of you do. Who's... What are you going?
Oh, I don't know what I'm going for.
No, what is your base like spell? What type of element are you going for?
I haven't given any thought. I was just interfusing with books and stuff. I don't have a preference. If you want it,
No, man, I
Yoda's
don't have to.
technically a
Eiley, do you want it?
non-elemental.
Eiley, you can go collect it if you want. Do you want the leaf spirit?
I don't want to enchant anything. Should we just do legacy point?
Well, let's. Yeah, I mean,
Food for
go. I
thought.
can.
The main thing that's really useful to know here is Confab and Retic both are on tier 0 weapons. If you enchant your weapon, it goes to tier 1.
I'm gonna just go move up and see what happens if the yote's not gonna take it.
Ah, dude, he dodged my 93% net.
Dude.
that
That's
sucks.
big sad.
I will let you walk towards it,
88%.
but also be careful that you're out of range of everything that could poke you, because you are kind of hurt.
Yeah, that's why I'm staying.
I guess I can come wall with
here.
you. Try to help. There are a lot of rocks surrounding those guys that I can interfuse with.
Thought Ignite Plus would allow me to set fires and walk away. Apparently not.
Dude, that's not fair. I missed 2 high chance rolls, and they got me with both of theirs.
Oh,
Tragic.
sure.
Coming. Mama's coming. Mama's coming. I'm coming.
Careful, Confab.
That slinger, if he rolls his max damage, will one-shot Confab.
Well, I
Who?
will.
Where?
The one to the right of you.
Oh, I didn't know I was in range. I thought I would be just out of range. One,
He's
two.
a ranged attacker. Yeah. Cipactli's got you covered.
That's okay. Well.
Oh, that might work. Hang on.
So we probably... I don't know if it's worth going over too much, but I wonder if we should talk a little bit about the other factions, since the main faction the enemies have are Thrixel.
Are you okay? Do you want me to come down here? I'll let you do your action before I take any of mine, just in case.
Silver, I'd say go ahead and explain this faction while it's here.
So, the Deepists are actually a pretty diverse crew when it comes to what they've got in their mix. Their standard frontliners are the Woken, and their whole shtick is that they have the ability to call in reinforcements for them. That's what one of the blue spinny energy particle effects is trying to do. A single hit on them, even if it is only a single point of damage, is enough to disrupt their call for help. The
Your
other
action.
generic unit is the Woken Slinger, which their whole deal is that they can fire ranged attacks on you that knock you back. And
shoot
that
them
can
with
set
the
you up for some
leaf
pretty
spirit?
bad situations, pull you out of cover.
Well, I can't reach it now.
No, you can, because we have like 3 turns, and it will probably go south
2 turns.
this turn. Oh, I don't think I can get to it.
I'm
this
just
turn.
trying to
Let's see.
think where I can be safe, because I don't like how much damage I
We
just
can
took.
also we can also
move,
just
move closer
all
to me. Take this rock here. Like, you still have an interfuse?
I guess so.
Actually, I have an interfuse. Can I make it here to interfuse?
we can
Yeah. Okay. So
What's
then I
Eiley
can
trying to
just-
say, guys?
That won't keep you from moving, though.
That's fine.
Guys, what is Eiley
yeah.
trying to say?
I'd rather keep you alive.
I don't know what Eiley was trying to say.
Sorry.
plan's gone.
What? Okay, Eiley got it, I guess.
He just went for the legacy point, I guess.
I think it... I don't know, like, we would have safely gotten to it anyway. One of us would have died trying.
I just would rather keep you alive. Like, just move away from that guy so he can't get his range shot on you. Just walk away, interfuse with something if you can. Otherwise, alive. Stay alive, Yotes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Confab's got a shield, so I think 1 point of damage would have been removed.
No, really.
Yeah. So I think Confab would have been able to survive if it wasn't us.
Dang it!
That's why you also moved away first.
I hate this game sometimes. It has XCOM rules for RNG, I swear.
God, these guys are much harder than some of the other ones that we would go for, typically.
You're having some pretty brutal RNG.
Were the spirits explained yet?
Not any detail. Would you like to explain them, Miley?
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't really give any time to show off the menu that happens when someone moves adjacent to a spirit, but there used to be 4, now there are 5 different elemental spirits. Leaf, water, stone, fire, and now shadow
Fox?
is a new one for the Omen Road DLC.
Ah, Fox. Good old Fox element.
When a character moves adjacent to to a spirit that randomly appears in battle,
This mock here, you get a more defense, right?
No, I don't have that one. I usually pick that passive, but I don't. Anyway.
then the character in question gets to choose to either free the spirit and send it away for 1 legacy point, or if they have a weapon or 2, then they can have that particular elemental spirit enchant one of their weapons with that element, which carries different effects, generally on stun.
Stunt is critical hits in this game. And
As demonstrated by that rock beaming that Woken for an extra point of damage.
And legacy points are used to act in place of supplies when upgrading equipment between chapters, or to acquire legacy characters when they are available to be recruited. Legacy points can also be used at certain points to stop the enemy decks from getting bigger.
They're kind of like a wild card currency. They can be used for many things. Good work, everyone.
That was
You might want to spend a little bit of time healing your injuries before moving on. I guess
I would like to greet that.
it makes sense. Neither of the others are doing... Okay, well, Slinger's now hurt a bit more.
Ah.
Okay, well, I'm not going to have you attack immediately. I'm going to have you go scout after a few moments. I'm going to have you guys chill out there. I guess this is a good time to talk about it. Your health recovery rate changes depending upon what your characters are doing and where they're at. Since we can't build a friendly outpost here, they're only getting half healing by just idling and camping. If they were out working, it would be even slower. It's there. Now that people have gotten some points back. How lucky that there's a bridge over there.
A bridge into the nothing.
At least you know where you're going to get through there. It's a mountain. So, you guys ready?
I am.
What about Yote and Hyper? Uh-oh. If you guys are saying anything, I don't hear you, nor do I see your icons lighting up.
Did we lose them?
Hyper's still streaming, it looks like. Yeah, if Takuma and Tango... Oh, not Tango, wow, I don't know why I did that. But yeah, Takuma and Hyper, excuse me, if you guys are there, we cannot hear you.
Either technical difficulties or sudden AFK is my assumption.
Insert "we'll be right back" meme.
Oh, they're chatting.
Yep.
Hold on, please.
Seems like a good time to say hydration is good.
Yes. use this as an opportunity to hydrate or caffeinate or snackinate.
I don't remember where I heard it from first, but I heard it and it's been stuck in my head as brain rot. Hydrate or dihydrate.
Yep.
Also seems like a good time to stand up and stretch a little bit.
Also a good plan. And this seems like a perfectly good time for me to remind people that in addition to the game-specific donation incentives to name gear or select a character class, we do have the special incentive running through the end of May. Every $5 you donate is an entry into a raffle or drawing to win a $450 art commission from Animal Shapes. For those of you watching on my Extra Life participant page, Animal Shapes drew the icon you see up at the top of the page. The Wolf King Cheetah Transformer with the headset on.
I'm not allowed to mute it. Can you guys hear us? Hello?
Yes.
I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, apparently if I mute this ever for any reason, then it loses audio. So
Weird.
I will suffer. All right. Yeah, the Yote just needed to use the bathroom, so I tried to mute it and it broke it. But we're back.
Sometimes it'd be like that. Well, welcome back. Is
Wait for-
Irely still there?
I'm here.
Okay. Tango is there too?
Yes.
Okay, then I think we're good to go. I'm hitting the button.
Do that, and we have to do that with the microphone. Then you can. You still can.
I like how it's just a picture but no words.
Yep, that was exactly all it was. They just literally walked in and kicked in the door, I guess.
I will this time wait, unless you want me to open the door.
Oh, I can't actually attack the door.
Oh, looks like there's not anything really in there. Should I go to the other doors? Or the
That
cabinet?
appears to be a wardrobe.
Yeah, I guess you can't open it. Shoot. Hillary! Oh, sweet.
You know, I just want to point out there's not many situations in life where you'll have the phrase that appears to be a cupboard in reference to something you can't open. Like, video games are one of the few times I can think of that.
I mean, look, if something comes out of that, it's going to be 4 kids named Pevensie or something.
Open sesame. That dweeber cannot make it through that door.
Unless he interfuses and warps.
Yeah, but he would have to spend 2 standard actions to do that.
Oh yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be smart, but, you know, he could still do it.
Thank for the flank.
You're welcome. And I don't think fire.
We have received a donation.
Sweet.
Yay!
I am loading donation
Thanks for the
details.
donation.
The good news for Hyper,
Yeah.
it was the quantity to make you be quiet, but that was not the option selected.
Okay.
Just to make him sweat a little bit.
Yes, yes indeed. Thank you, Silver.
No problem. Not much, but I wanted to contribute a little bit.
Now I'm really confused of why the option wasn't taken if Silver was paying.
Because maybe this is surprising. I actually like hearing you and hanging out with you.
That is surprising. Oh my gosh. And now remember, this is on a live
Surprise
stream.
You're
There's
gonna have to
witnesses.
deal with this wholesome out of nowhere.
Ooh, you got the rivalry stunt up. You can go
Where's the last dude at?
right between us. Right next to us, melee
Oh.
range.
Oh,
Give it the stick. You have extra stunt range.
cool. Okay.
Oh, he's dead
He
from
was
a burn.
Fine. That's why I decided to do it.
If
Well,
he was a two-headed Thrixel, he would have bitten you twice.
yeah, stay here.
Just watch this poor Thrusk burn
Okay,
to
now
death.
give it the stick.
Nope.
and
have it dodge that
set him
too.
on fire and just like stab it at him and missing. What a All right, man.
There must be one in this little side room.
I mean, that door's been being knocked on.
They're being very polite knocking.
Knock, knock.
I do want to point out if you open the door, you can't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean-
take a hit.
You can get away again, it looks
Oh, wow.
like.
I can still run back away.
Oh, okay, no, you're fine. And I can assist. Oh, maybe I can. That's right.
90.
Dodge everything again.
Dodge that, sucker.
He did not.
Really, I can interfuse with something in there. Okay, can.
All right.
It takes my action, but
I was gonna kill it. Anyways, it looks like you can try.
Oi.
whoosh.
Oh, I least level up. I
Exactly.
re-level.
Yeah.
Highly
Nice.
level.
Yay.
Highly level. Upgrade hugs.
I don't know if it's been mentioned, but we are using a couple of mods that tweak the game in our favor. One of which is that we can re-roll abilities on promotion unlimited number of times without regards to legacy points. Otherwise, you can only re-roll once or twice per promotion at the cost of legacy points.
The throwing knives are a kind of fun offhand. Shame I can't stick that on my character, but that is okay. In the future, I might get one.
Nah, I don't have any use for it. Some two-handed. Confab as a shield.
Yeah.
Probably just salvage it then.
Salvage.
More ingots!
Ingots for the ingot god.
Confab is speaking.
Scuff marks on the floor.
I don't know who's the leader.
Sorry about that.
What? What did you say you found?
Only the evidence of a furtive mind. The implication being, this cabinet was moved. Here, Retic. Retic, sorry. Here, Retic, give me a hand.
Shifting the cabinet takes a little sweat.
Urgh.
It's a nice piece, really. Ugh.
But they manage.
Long's dusty.
That's just dry mouth. Definitely a hole in the wall.
Wow, you called it, I guess.
I highly tend to apply some snark.
Confab has got some uses, is all you can really say.
I'll have a look.
Yeah? Shout if the shadows move.
The space behind the wall smells of abandonment and a leak that's seasons old.
Not a moldy leak, to be clear. A crack. A rain gap.
Ooh.
Aww.
The toe
wow.
ensorceler is the name I see on my
What does
screen.
that mean?
Toe and sorcerer.
Yeah, I know. That's a good name. It's the toe and sorcerel.
I mean, since it is a staff, can I take it?
Yeah, you can take it. Go right ahead.
So wait, it has a melee. I guess all staffs have a melee strike.
Yeah.
What makes it special?
Just more spell damage and stuff.
More spell damage or stun damage?
Yeah, you
I
can.
mean, anything's better than tier 1.
Yeah, if you look at it, see more stun.
I could name
more
it.
damage.
I don't know if there's been a donation to name anything yet.
There has not been a name to donation anything yet. I know what I tried to say.
So better.
Yeah, you can. That's fine.
So therefore, you may name it.
All right, it is done.
All right. Thrixel will get a little bit tougher.
Do do.
All right, guys.
Yep.
Off you
Let's go. Let's go pick up a silver.
Do.
And still gotta pick up a tango.
Been how many days? I don't know what that is.
Winter's
Practically
practically
done.
We
Who knows who's talking?
Did we really wander all this way? Senseless?
the fire carves light out of logs.
Why do I feel like everything I knew before is long ago and far away?
Because you have a terrible memory.
Oh no! It's too
And now I
late.
have Once Upon a December stuck in my head.
Fire, the demonstrable truth. Spending heat to live a light, ever dying, diminishing towards the dark and the cold.
How grim.
This whole dynamic's getting annoying. Hey, move over. One of you plop. I'm who needs the firelight.
Time wanders, their piled tinder drains to a scatter of the most interesting pieces, the ones they're reluctant to burn. Confab's able to translate large sections of the archaic text. A little later,
But I just don't know if it's more than a picture book. There's a reverent quality to the way the Kyurens write about these monsters. It's beautifully considered, and there's aspects that's interesting, but
At least characters
So it's
need-
been a waste. Good job.
Oh, it's a silver.
Outlaws? Poachers?
Do.
the fourth character!
dun, dun, dun. Well, who's
So
this?
it looks
Is
like
silver.
this is a decision on Lian's relation to them. You know what? Lian knows these kids. Wait,
Yeah.
those are like the printer's kids.
The hill painter's approach is noiseless.
You're burning the wrong wood if you're producing that much smoke.
Cipactli clears the shrinking fire in a bound.
A bound of wings.
Literally just blocking out Confab's face just with the wings. I love it.
I'm not sure. Does Eiley go first or me? Because this is where I get really confused on these when the bubbles are situated like this.
Behind
gonna-
me, you two. I think generally in Wildermyth comic storytelling, it's from top to bottom.
That's what I thought. That's why I waited.
Top to
Okay, I
bottom
was-
and then left to right.
just whatever.
Isn't that
Wait, isn't that?
Lian?
Forgive me, I remember your last name. Glad to see you're well, but odd you're all the way out here. From the Ulation print shop, right?
That's us. Mom was Liana Ulation.
Stop trying to fight everything.
This lady was obsessed with our mom.
Huh? No, I needed printing done.
Needed a vacuum.
They introduce themselves around the fire.
When was I at your shop last? Can't have been too long.
Been at least 2 circuits of the seasons.
Oh, you remember. Probably remember my money, huh? I remember the ladies there were starting to compare notes.
My sister's love of historical documents extends even to our customer records. Nerd.
Meticulous mind must run in the family. Yeah, well, remember you two put my last book together after I went expecting your mom. Liana smiled and it lit my whole journey, there and back. No one I love talking to, trading stories with, more than her. I'm still sorry she's gone. One time Oh, but sorry. Anyway, came wandering this way and saw your fire. I have to tell you, forest is dangerous these days. Things have come crawling out of.
Do you know the Thrixel?
You know of them?
Have you seen them? Where? What can you tell us?
Was tracking a whole thream of them. Like to think I'm the most dangerous thing in these woods, but I know it's just a cloying self-fiction. Their heading was unmistakable. Drifty Heap.
They're heading for our...
Home.
I was able to get around them, those Thrixel, get a warning to the townsfolk, but going by the tone of their response, I doubt they fled. I don't think they believed me.
Is this happening?
How well do you know these lands?
How well do I, Lian, know these lands?
That same night,
You're that hill painter who'd come to town sometimes. The talk of all the married women.
Sounds like me, though I should clarify. I wasn't born among them, the hill painters. Was found in bad shape, rescued, and took to their way of life. Started collecting their lore, getting volumes printed, bringing it back to them.
Got them printed by Retic's mother? Now I see.
Yeah. Those two, Retic and Confab, were raised by the most splendid mind I've ever met. Having met that woman for a mother, losing her would have left me shattered. You clearly have something else you want to ask.
Well, yeah. I had a teacher far from here. Came from hill painting people. Tamisha Blood?
Tamisha? Blood? No, sorry, it's no one I've heard of.
Another coincidence would have been welcome. Anyway, think you can kill Thrixel?
Yeah, Thrixel, if that's what's needed. My adopted people have legends of Thrixel, but legends is all I believe they were.
Did those legends include a Mothman?
You going to say you met the Mothman?
You too?
By all and any gods, you're loopy, aren't you? The Mothman. Now that is a tall tale. And Lian joins the party.
and now only 3 of you have to survive.
I don't think that's good enough. We must all live.
I want to point out that, especially in the vanilla events, there are many, many, many different variations that dialogue in scenes can take, depending on different character personalities or relationships or themes or other aspects.
Alrighty. So, you know, I kind of do want to bum rush directly to Drifty Heat, but I wanted to bounce an idea off you guys before we do.
Okay.
You see that deer well tile? How about we plop a tier 2 defense there before we go there, so that way when we start the next chapter, there's a tier 2 defense right at that crossing for the mountain.
Okay.
Drifty Heap can probably have exactly one other tile adjacent to it, and that would put a choke point, so... That did it again. That silly glitch. There. Shouldn't take them too long to do a tier 2 defense, thankfully.
A calamity has been triggered. There are 2 timers at the top of the screen next to where it currently says paused. Calamities add cards to the deck, and you can spend legacy points to prevent them. The other one is incursions. Incursions send a strong army of a chosen foe rampaging across the land, and defenses will automatically attempt to repel them, or at least weaken them before the heroes can get there.
You can also choose to stand and fight on a tile that's being sieged, and having defenses on a siege tile when you're defending it gives you a better starting situation. Alright, now that that's done, shall we go and do the final fight of the chapter?
Sure. I mean, why wouldn't we?
Off we go. Montmill. That old guy would always scowl when he saw me on the road.
He hates everyone.
It's horribly quiet. this what it's like coming home?
No, something's askew.
Oh, that's me. Sorry. There's a chimney smoke. Can't be abandoned.
Nothing appears out of place. There's no damage. The only sounds are boot scrapes, feeble breeze, and their own talk.
The great liars make the truth sound strange and improbable.
No birds.
Into the town center they file. A cloud-cased sun renders the world in a dreary, bloodless hue.
Oh, visitors.
Who's that?
The mayor. At least she's. Welcome to Drifty Heat. This is one of the towns.
What are you saying? One of the towns.
It's definitely one of the towns that exist, isn't it?
Hey. Hey.
Schoolmaster, you look troubled. Everything all right?
I'm lost. I think I'm lost.
The Illusory prison is the hardest to flee when you don't know escape is necessary.
Bzzz. A rasping noise starts, stutters, and skips. It comes from nowhere and everywhere. As if a cat's snagging his claws through the fabric of creation, reality snaps, runs, and violently curls.
The cat from Stray.
Bits of truth leaking into view.
Is that a person?
It's the miller, old Pixmont.
That Mothman warned us what we'd see.
There's so many flies.
Where's the tick?
Yes, we have to run. Death.
Finally, the real town of Drifty Heap spills into view, like a half-eaten corpse dumped from its shroud.
Back, old fool! Hide!
How many horrors have they visited on these people? Why?
The horrors are far from done.
Oh! By any and all gods.
It stumbles through fly clouds.
That's terrifying. No! No! Tamisha! Madam Blood! Tamisha Blood, are you...
Careful. I don't think she's herself.
Fear and chaos descend.
Well,
No!
Campaign unique enemy, the Lost Master. The remains of her face are unmistakable, but no dream lights her dead eyes.
for Tamisha Blood.
Additionally, another new enemy takes the field, the Bard. I'll talk a little bit about them once I have visual on it. So, speaking of taking the field, Lian. Lian is our first hunter, and I've built her to be a archer. So her specialty is I can have her fire into a crowd of enemies and hit multiple with one shot. She also negates the effect of armor on some of her projectiles.
The Lost Master has a attack that reaches 7 tiles out.
Yeah.
That sounds painful.
It also has 2 shred.
Shred destroys armor.
Please note, it also has an aura. You notice that strange colored tile section around it? The Lost Master has an effect called Occlusion of All Reason. Units that come near or are near the Lost Master at the start of its turn, in either condition, will have a chance to be stunned if you have warding the magic armor, you have a lower chance of being stunned.
I have no armor. Whee!
So Seeker or the Lost Master, which one's more of a threat?
The Lost Master can do more damage. The Seeker will probably try and stasis one of us.
There we go. Whoosh! Fire has accomplished. Please feel free to go commit murders. In the name of extra life.
Nice.
For the children.
It's about time.
Thank you, Hyper.
Madam Blood, do you even know me?
Still too much arm, boy. Power from the trunk.
I don't have a trunk.
Her elbow's flying like a kite.
Here I come.
Whoop!
Yarr.
Come on, Cipactli.
Mistress Blood, I'm sorry. I keep fixing one thing, screwing up another.
We fall down all the time. That's why we have to get good at it. Perfection's a long way off, but if we keep tripping forward, we'll fall closer and closer to our goal.
I like that quote.
Mm-hmm.
I'll remember your smile.
Help me. Dang. Was that special text because you got the finisher?
I think it triggers no matter who lands the killing. But it's more thematic for Cipactli downlanded it.
I guess I'll wall next to Confab. I don't want to get up too close. I have no armor. Interfuse with... Oh. Dang, can't reach the important things that would reach. I'm gonna interfuse with this rock. I can hit probably one of them.
Nice. Seeker's probably gonna move and get Moth. Ah,
Right now, there's a
Bard.
bard.
And it just used stridulation, so this is a good time to talk about the Bard. Much like you'd expect from the kind of tabletop games, and even more along the lines of like Final Fantasy, Bards are support units. They specialize in interfusing with their own allies. Take a look at that Thrusk adjacent to the Bard. It is under stridulation, where it is being buffed big time. It's a lot stronger as long as that Bard is interfused with it.
We have received a donation.
Hey.
The next the next weapon that is not Hyper's shall be called the Fly Swatter.
Fly Swatter. Okay, I'm gonna write myself a note.
Yeah, so who donated that, Tango?
Yeah, see, that one's really suspicious.
I wonder.
Well, I mean, it's only fair to read off the names of your donators. I mean, unless, of course...
it claims
you
to
don't
be
like
my
kids.
mother. But my mother doesn't refer to herself as Mum.
Maybe she picked it up somewhere. Right? Remember? For the kids.
So,
Okay.
do we want to focus on clearing out the southern side first?
Oh no, that Seeker's dead that's on fire right now. So you can just go right past it if you want.
Yeah, so then I'll help with the Bard. Let's see, how far can these guys reach?
Unfortunately, I cannot walk super far.
Yeah, I wanted to stay a little bit up north, so when these people come, we have options. I can do a fleeing and
Weaver
set on fire.
can't reach me.
Fire leash.
I'm gonna say I've had a greater appreciation for through shot these last few campaigns I've played with it.
Moonshot? How so?
Through shot.
Through.
It
Oh,
pierces.
through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you select a far away enemy, and it also attacks every enemy in
Oh.
between.
The first version that Lian is using right now, the not plus version, can hit one extra enemy. The upgrade lets it hit as many as you want in a line, with the caveat
there's
for
nothing
both
to me.
being that it does 1 point less of damage each time it hits an enemy. So I've been finding pairing it with piercing shot to negate enemy armor really helps its overall damage. Nice.
Yeah, I couldn't interfuse with anything because they were already interfused with stuff.
But now that stump is free,
That's true.
Kind of funny seeing the super-powered thrust that was empowered by the bard suddenly go back to being a baby.
Just kind of letting the air out of the band moment.
Ah.
Oh, that Seeker burns to death. He's warping.
Oh no! They warped right next to you. Did a lot of damage.
Lord. This is
Poor Confab is getting the crap kicked out of her.
I'll save you, Confab.
I can't attack
I
any
should
units
move
this
first,
turn, but I'll
but-
hold
I
the
can
line.
I can kill it. Hold on. I could just straight up probably kill it. I'll try that. There's nobody down to the south, right? So I'm just gonna walk down here and ignite it. All right.
Yeah, it
There you
dies
go.
on its turn.
Yep.
Okay.
And then that way I can stay more alive.
Living is good.
I'm gonna try it.
Stay
told me
more
this
alive.
whole- I'm gonna try to stay alive. Still
Who is
alive.
interfused with that? Is it? I think it's the closer thrust that's interfused.
Interfused with Thrixel.
Oh, I can discus that rubble that it's interfused with, and it would at least have a chance of bouncing to one of the others.
I mean, if you can, but he has it. I don't think you can interfuse with it because somebody else is.
I can break it by launching this rock at it,
Oh, well,
and then the Thrixel will be
Throwing
interfused
rocks
with
at
it.
rocks.
I'll just do it.
I can work with this.
No, look,
Three shots.
it opened up line of sight for me.
oh, that's okay.
If
True
it
shot.
steps in range, though, it's gonna get whacked with Sentinel.
Bonk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Haha,
Ooh.
you tinked off my warding.
Nice.
Ooh, ooh. Is it stabby time? Oh, wait, I don't have a dagger. What am I saying?
You have a spear.
I
Spear
do.
also stabs.
It's true, but it doesn't have the flanking ×2. That feels really good. Here, let me, see. There's no real 90-degree angle I can give you with that, unfortunately. What I can do is go over here and set up 90-degree for other people, though.
I mean, I can interfuse with that tree up there. Splinter blast it.
Bye-bye armor are good. It should also give you flanking, because that's going to be over 90-degree angle.
They should. Like, if I sit next to where Cipactli is now. Cipactli, I'm gonna keep pronouncing it wrong.
It is Cipactli.
I just want to make sure I wall with someone. I don't like dying. Verbally. Then Splinter Blast can just go... Well, it'll do 2 damage. That's something.
But now it has a lot less armor. That's the big thing.
Shredded the armor.
And
With BS. Nice.
good work. Because there's nothing left. Fucking Fab is getting bonked. She needs some armor upgrades. A sword.
Sword.
Sword. Ooh. I wonder, should I just take it
You
over
know,
my
actually-
fucking... I stole a soup spoon.
This is probably gonna sound weird. What about giving it to Confab for the empty slot? She's already got a shield. You could throw the sword at her. The sword comes with block on it, so if you have a time where it's like, I can't hit anything this turn, I'll just swap to my sword and board, so I take less
Maybe
damage
a
and have
sword
better
if you want.
block. Just a
If
thought.
you want it.
I'll
What is the
go
name of this
ahead.
campaign again?
It's
Eluna and the Moth.
yes. Also, if you're taking the weapon, we have to name it Fly Swatter.
No, it says but hyper. See? I am a fox. I think of these things. I do.
Oh, interesting. You think of these things.
You gotta let him have his meme. We'll name the next one Fly Swatter.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, there we go. I already had it written down. There we go. Name.
They die ugly. They feel pain. Is that a comfort? I don't know. I think that's
think
Yode's
that's me?
character.
I don't know. The wig's in the way. Let's
Sorry,
scour
my
for
wings are
everyone.
too big.
Let's scour for anyone left alive. Your wounds okay?
Have to hope it's not as bad as it looks.
As the fighting ends, the final threads of Thrixel madness fly to the winds.
They are our survivors. Look.
Now people begin to filter from their cold homes in confusion.
Who's trying to speak? Is it still the character behind you, Cipactli?
Oh, it could just be me. Yes.
Do we have
Sorry.
extra life points? Is that what is it ELP today? Because I'm looking up in the corner. It says extra life LP9.
Poor old Pixmont's lying out here. His knife's got that inky blood on it. Couldn't fool him, could they?
They'll gather the living and bury the bodies, the majority well into the process of decay. By night, most have had a chance to remember themselves, try to piece together what happened. An impromptu council is held on the home of the schoolmistress.
Under their spell, it all made sense.
Wish that reasoning was clear to me now.
At least the bits and images we remember feel solid. All us old folks, they let live. Left us in charge. Maybe to fool passers through.
And the young ones, they took.
But what'd they do with them?
I'd bow to any god that knows.
Okay, that one looks like your character.
Mine? Yeah, it is. Callie, Dolan, Dago, and Sperlin, Arthen, Luna, and Orbert.
Such names. And
Yeah.
all the rest, yes. Led away like cattle. Thrixel took them. So they didn't kill them? What do they want? Why Drifty Heap? And why was it just the kids?
The whole of one puzzle is just the first piece in the next.
Here it is. A mystery that fails to excite me. I'm weary of wondering what kind of abomination awaits us.
They resolve to search for the missing ones, the young. There will be no peace, no joy, no relief. A season of terrible hoping will follow.
The Mothman!
It took me a minute to realize the Mothman was speaking. I'm like, wait, I had a voice for
Yay! We survived. Love was had. I can't wait. Let's see. What is the game gonna say we were all doing in our free time?
Our victory stripped the bard from the Thrixel deck.
For now. I know it'll be back. Doo-doo. Spring gives way this summer.
Is the image loaded?
The
for you
very
guys?
night of the battle, Cipactli set
It's
flame
loaded.
to the twisted body of his one-time mentor in a fallow field.
You'll be laughing at me, I'm sure, when I see you again.
He wouldn't stop working to clean the town up. He'd scour hardest for the signs of the lost.
I'm sad.
Aw.
Lian sought the help of her people, the hill painters, looking for the missing ones of Drifty Heap. Toma Tealweb was the most skilled tracker she knew. Toma can only speak to what he hadn't seen. Mark of any passage.
Remember, though, Thrixel are unlike other quarry. The providence of all sense and sign may be in their governance. We'll stay watchful.
The weather that season was bright and perfect, but it only saddened those left to see it. Retic and Confab made a rapid study of anything they could find, anything that might relate to the Thrixel or their aims.
Hey, little mole. Hey, Confab.
What is it, Cricket?
Possible we're missing a clue that's buried in our blood. Is it all linked to the manifestation of our powers?
Talking about our mystical whatever. I hear you. For me, I think it all could be just a confluence of unrelated conditions and events. You know how I am. So I'll generally look for a pattern, or any kind of order. I think I have to establish some foothold of understanding, and I don't have it yet. Like most large language models. Disagree?
Oh, no, my mind wandered. I'm just worried. Days are passing. I'm not finding anything useful.
Yeah, me either. Neither.
Mm-hmm.
Transformation!
Oh,
I should definitely mention this for the stream, what this does.
Yeah.
We have an experienced player in there right now. One of their first Steam games.
Eiley, do you want to talk about this since it's your character getting the transformation?
which part? Transformations in general or the Sylvan one?
I'd say maybe just the high points and overall of both.
Mm-hmm. So, Cipactli came built in with a transformation as a legacy character. He was already afflicted with the Sylvan one, but there are many other transformations that characters can get depending on. Well, they have to encounter specific events with those transformations, and they have to have specific personality traits or other aspects to them. And transformations change a character's body parts progressively between chapters, sometimes not, but they all have their own upsides and downsides. Generally, the legs will almost always, just be stat increases for something and decreases for others, such as up for warding but down for speed. And then arms typically give a character unique actions to that transformation, but they also take away a character's ability to use two-handed weapons for one arm and any weapons at all for both arms, and also offhands. I think that's the gist of transformations.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not interested in turning his arms into Sylvan arms.
Yeah, coming down.
Perfectly fine.
Right. So now we hit the upgrade portion of this.
Oh my gosh. I need a weapon of some sort that's magical.
We have like no resources. So while you guys are looking that over, I'm gonna run the restroom super fast.
I would focus on armor first before weapons.
Oh,
we both almost died a few
yeah.
times.
Oh, I can get the magic plate. Oof. It gives me a lot of armor, but like my speed would be horrific. I don't think I could do that. What's about the drab?
It depends on how much you want to use the sword and shield offhand, I guess. If you want to go with sword and more armor gear.
No, I think if I have to, the drab is not the worst. I'm looking at the other ones. It might be worth an LP. Robe is robe. Ramble runic. It's kind of